Hello and welcome back to another video. Before we get into these predictions for the Chinese Grand Prix, there's a couple things we just need to get out of the way. Firstly, this video is a day late. It is Thursday, it was meant to come out on Wednesday. Not ideal, but none of the Grand Prix stuff has started yet. It is a sprint weekend, so if it was coming up tomorrow, we'd be in trouble. But it should be coming up tonight, so it should be in time before the Grand Prix. All should be good in that respect. But, yeah. The other thing I just want to say is this background footage is on 0% AI, but it's a co-op grade mode, so you can see some racing between me and my teammate. That's all it is. So yeah, let's get into these predictions. Starting off, before we get into them, Bahrain I got 3 out of 8, Saudi 2 out of 8, Australia 2 out of 8, Japan 1 out of 8. Mate, we are not doing well. We need a big week. We need to get some big points on the board here. And this is how we're going for it. So, biggest good surprise. I've got a feeling, a really weird feeling, that for some reason this weekend, it's all going to come right for Alpine. Maybe not perfect, but I just feel, even if they don't score points, they're going to get a lot closer to points this weekend. They might even get one of their cars in Q3. Maybe it's because I'm looking at an Alpine right now, as I do the voiceover for this background footage. Maybe that's why, but I've just got a feeling. I mean, I'd already written it down, so that's not why. I have a feeling it could be Alpine. It could be their weekend. It could finally come good for Alpine. I just have a feeling that might be it. I'm going to have my stinker of the day. I've gone with Williams. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be a great weekend for Williams, to be honest. I mean, they've been a bit of a stinker all season, so it's not like it's anything new, really. They seem to be struggling with their car, a lot of money problems, which you'd expect from Williams. They're quite a poor team, but yeah, they really are in a bit of a pickle at the moment. They might not even have a chassis for this race, but they should have both. But they're not making new ones, they're repairing them again. So it really is not ideal. They keep putting the chassis in walls, and they don't have enough money to get new ones, really. Or time, to be honest. So they just keep repairing these broken chassis, and yeah, they're not really getting anywhere with it, unfortunately for them. So not ideal. My driver of the day, I've gone with Carlos Sainz, I feel. It's Carlos Sainz. He's been fantastic this season. You'd expect him to have another good weekend this weekend. Around China, you'd expect Red Bull will probably be fastest. You'd expect, potentially, Ferrari would be definitely up there with Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. So then it's just down to whether McLaren are anywhere. I don't think they will be. They don't really have the straight line speed, and China is a very straight line track. So I'd expect it would be Ferrari, the one close to Red Bull this weekend, as it has been for the most part of the season. So, yeah, I'm going with my driver of the day, Carlos Sainz, and that would mean he'd be beating Charles Leclerc again. He's been dominating him this season, to be fair, and I just have a feeling he's going to do it again and bag himself another driver of the day in the Chinese Grand Prix. So moving on now to pole position, I've gone with Max Verstappen. I need to secure some points, so I've gone with the obvious. And this will be the week he doesn't get pole. This will be the one. But no, I've gone with a Max Verstappen pole. I mean, you have to have confidence he's going to do that. It's Max Verstappen. When does he not get pole? But yeah, it's always been him or Leclerc in the last 15, I think. So the reality is, I've gone with him to be the one to get pole position here. Because, I mean, if it is Leclerc challenging again, do I think he's going to beat Verstappen here? No. The only one that could really challenge him would be Perez in the same car. But you don't really think Perez is going to do it, do you? I don't think he'll beat Max Verstappen. So, I've not gone with him. So, moving on now to my podium. In third place, I went with Carlos Sainz. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this. This is what I said drive the day. He'll be the one that gets up there on the podium again. He's got a lot of podiums this season. What is going to stop him getting another one? I think it will be Carlos Sainz on pole position, not in pole position, on the bottom step of the podium in China. And that brings me on to my second and first. You can probably guess them considering I've given a third driver of the day. It's going to be the two Red Bulls. Sergio Perez in second. He's not as fast as Max Verstappen. That's the analysis of that. And Max Verstappen will be the one on pole position for me. I mean, he is on pole position, but he will also be the race winner for me. So another Red Bull 1-2, another 1-2 this season. Every race has been a 1-2, and I think that's going to continue. Strangely enough. I don't know why that's happened every single race this season, but it just has. Even when Red Bull weren't challenging, it was a Ferrari 1-2. So it's just been an interesting season with dominant teams in every race. We need some fighting soon, you know. Will McLaren get in there? I don't know. Can Mercedes challenge? Possibly. Probably not. I was going to put them as stinker of the day, but I went with Williams. We will see. But I do have a feeling Mercedes, this is what I changed in my analysis. I went from Mercedes being really bad to this weekend they might actually challenge for something. And because of the McLaren straight line speed, I have concerns about them, which brings me on to my one crazy prediction. Mercedes will outscore McLaren. Now, that's obviously going to be difficult to see that happen. You'd probably expect Lando to finish 5th and Piastri 6th. But I think Mercedes actually don't have the pace, really. I feel in a weekend where McLaren are going to struggle with the straight line speed, Mercedes can challenge them, surely. This is the weekend they have to do it. China's got a lot of straights. So if you're in a car that it's not that much slower than the McLaren, you have to be pushing them here and getting a decent result against them here. You have to do that. So yeah, I'd be very surprised if Mercedes aren't challenging McLaren, but that is still a bit of a crazy prediction considering how poor Mercedes have been this season. Especially Lewis Hamilton, who seems like he's kind of given up on Mercedes and is just having a year of chilling until he makes that move to Ferrari next season. But yeah, those are my Chinese Grand Prix predictions. Thanks for watching. I almost forgot how to say thanks for watching, but thanks for watching, and goodbye.